Kick a little something for them cars that be bumping.
It isn't nothing like that. It isn't nothing like that good soul music. Now use it and let Jay prove it. Just lose it. With everything you do, just know she got your back, yo. And she'll even make you laugh show after show. She got the vibes that'll make you ride top down. And if you got a couple pounds, she'll be around. Justified Madness.
What's up, what's happening? It's your girl Yvette. It's Wednesday, April 20th, 2022, and welcome to the WayBack Wednesday edition of Justified Madness. That was music from Junior Mafia with Crush on You from the year 1996. Ladies, you know you were rocking them neon colored wigs and Jackie O shades, okay? Shoot, I'm not even gonna lie, I have some still in my closet put away, okay? Well, as I said at the top of the hour, it is WayBack Wednesday, and we're specifically going back to 90s hip-hop. That's my personal favorite era of hip-hop, and for so many reasons. Even though hip-hop had been introduced as a music style as early as the 70s, many people still wrote it off as a passing fad. It wasn't until the Grammy Awards added a rap category in 1989 and the rise of hip-hop and its marriage to R&B music in the 90s that it was really accepted and embraced as not only a legitimate music category, but a culture in and of itself. Rap was seen as a style of music, but hip-hop not only included the music, but the slang, the clothing styles, and a form of expression all its own. It was a time of cross colors, guys and girls wearing baggy jeans and their hats to the back. Belle Biv DeVoe and Another Bad Creation rocked their gear inside out, and then Criss Cross came along and had us wearing it totally crossed out. That's backwards for those of y'all that didn't know the lingo. Now, for decades, many entertainment hopefuls had flocked to Los Angeles or New York in hopes of making it in the music business. But in the 90s, Atlanta became a music capital. Jermaine Dupri's So-So Def label became the home of acts like Criss Cross, The Brat, and then Lil Bow Wow. Also, Another Bad Creation, a notable rival of Criss Cross, called ATL their home. And this next duo famously hailed from Atlanta, and they went on to not only bring us album after album of Southern hip-hop music, but they conquered the big screen and small screen with titles like Class of 3000 and Idlewild. This is Outkast with their 1994 hit Players Ball, and you're rocking with your girl Yvette on the WayBack Wednesday edition of Justified Madness.
Man, the scene was so thick. Low rise.
Yo, what's new with the movies this week? What's new in music, yo?
Your girl That's about to tell you.
What's new in music and movies this week? New singles dropping this week include Alec Benjamin with Speakers, Bessie and Hollywood, Conan Gray with Memories, Digga D with Main Road, Jamie XX with Blame, Jasmine Clark and Forever, Key Flock, Cardi B, Dougie B, and Bori 300 with Shake It, Lizzo and About Damn Time, Mac 11 with Frenemies, Monie Long with her follow-up to Hours and Hours, it's called Another, Swedish Horse Mafia featuring Connie Constance with Heaven Take You Home, and Tae Young featuring Weinstein with Love Theory. New albums dropping this week include 50 Foot Wave with Black Pearl, Alec Benjamin with Uncommentary, Charlie Simon and Hope is a Drug, Digga D with Naughty by Nature, Grey Haven, This Bright and Beautiful World, Jewel with Free Willin' Woman, Lil Squeaky and Art, Lil Texas with Faster, Prince Daddy and the Hyena with their self-titled album, and Swedish House Mafia with Paradise Again. Now for the full list of new music, click on over to officialcharts.com and click on new releases. New at the movies this week, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Nicolas Cage stars as Nick Cage in this action comedy. Creatively unfulfilled and facing financial ruin, the fictionalized version of Cage must accept a $1 million offer to attend the birthday party of a dangerous superfan. Things take a wildly unexpected turn when Cage is recruited by a CIA operative and forced to live up to his own legend, channeling his iconic and beloved on-screen characters in order to save himself and his loved ones. With a career built for this very moment, the seminal award-winning actor must take on the role of a lifetime, Nick Cage. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent also stars Pedro Pascal, Sharon Hogan, Neil Patrick Harris, and Tiffany Haddish, and it's rated R. Now, if you're more of a stay-at-home and chill movie and TV lover, no worries. Stream thousands of episodes, live sports, and exclusive originals all in one place with Paramount Plus. Access hundreds of iconic movies from award-winning classics to hit releases, breaking news, and more. Go to ParamountPlus.com to try it for free for 1 week, and students get 25% off. Go to ParamountPlus.com now to sign up. And finally, are you a Cricket Wireless customer with an Android device? Then you should download the Added Up app now. Watch short videos, play games, answer quick surveys, and knock dollars off your monthly service. That's right, a few minutes a day can save you anywhere from $1 to $50 a month off your monthly service. Plus, now you can also earn gift cards from Amazon, eBay, MasterCard, and more. So what are you waiting for? If you're a Cricket Wireless customer with an Android device, go to the Google Play Store now and download the Added Up app. Well, that's the wrap up for this week. Now let's get back to the show. You're tuned into Justified Madness, and I'm your girl, J1 Yvette.
Boom, 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 boom. Now tell me what you gonna do, but it ain't nowhere to run.
It's time to hop into the Justified Madness time machine. We're going back to the year 1990.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My. You can't touch this.
It's the WayBack Wednesday edition of Justified Madness, and that was music from 1990. MC Hammer with You Can't Touch This. I had the pleasure of seeing MC Hammer live a couple of times during the 80s and early 90s, and when I tell you that man knew how to put on a show, woo, child, I'm talking a stage full of dancers, a full band, including a horn section, and just 100% energy from start to finish. Before that, we heard Bone Thugs-n-Harmony with their 1995 hit, The Crossroads, which was the longest running #1 hip-hop song on the charts that year. Now, just to show you how hard I used to go for Bone. How many of y'all remember when they were called Bone Enterprise and they had an album called Faces of Death? Well, I do. A lot of people outside of Cleveland don't even know about that, so Google it, kids. That was before Eazy-E signed them to Ruthless Records and they changed the name to Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. Now, quick programming note, I'll be back on the air this Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time for the Indie Artist Saturday edition of Justified Madness. Join me and let's have some fun. I'm on the air every Wednesday and Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on blogtalkradio.com/justifiedmadness, as well as every Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/SundayInspiration. Now, if you miss any episodes of Justified Madness, no worries. You can always catch up on Blog Talk Radio or look for the Justified Madness podcast just about anywhere you get your podcast. And that includes, but is not limited to, iHeartRadio, GeoSavin, and Podchaser. Just look for Justified Madness and also Justified Madness Extra, where I take a little deeper dive into some subjects, and I do that about once a month or so. Follow, subscribe, share, review, and know that all the love is truly appreciated. Now I want to send a special shout out to Tracy and Rocco, who left some great reviews on Podchaser. I really appreciate y'all, and I hope I can continue to live up to all of your kind words. Now, I also want to send a shout out to my official promo team, which is led by my girl Tracy and Amina. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Team J1Yvette. And also don't forget to follow me on Twitter at J1Yvette1. That's JWANYVETTE and the number 1. Now, I can no longer take live calls here on the show because the show is pre-recorded, but I do live tweet every single show, so make sure you're following me so we can chat it up. Now, I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Fanbase at Justified Madness 31. Now, before I close out, I want to send a shout out to my husband, Ellis, my big sis, Debbie Deb, all my fam, whether by blood or by love. I love you to life, and I love you for real. Shout outs to my Twamley, my Young Nation, my Mad Hatters, Chloe, Janet, Yvette, Shane, and last but never ever least, my daughter Jessie. Y'all know her as Jessie James, and you hear her at the top of the hour every Wednesday and Saturday night right here on Justified Madness. Now, up next, I've got music from VA's own Missy Misdemeanor Elliott with her first hit single from 1997 called The Rain. And on the other side of the commercial, I've got music from Coolio. Now, we all remember his hit single Gangsta's Paradise from the Dangerous Minds soundtrack. Well, that's not what I'm playing, though. I'm not hating, but I wanted to get into another banger of his from 1995 called 1, 2, 3, 4, Something New. How many of y'all remember that one? Okay. Vibe with me, y'all. You're rocking with your girl J1Yvette, and this is the WayBack Wednesday edition of Justified Madness.
Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly, super duper fly. Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly, super duper fly. Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly, super duper fly. I can't stand her.
3 vocal powerhouses. 1 epic night. It's Maxwell's Night Tour.
Don't ever wonder.
With Anthony Hamilton.
Come on, feel me, baby.
And Joe.
Tell me what I gotta do to
The Night Tour, starring Maxwell. Featuring Anthony Hamilton and Joe. Visit bpctickets.com. Brought to you by the Black Promoters Collective.
We're taking it back to the old school. It's WayBack Wednesday on Justified Madness.
This is some of the lingua franca of the funk business. And people come from miles around with an almost religious devotion to get on down. 1, 2, 3, 4, get your woman on the floor. Gotta get up to get down. Gotta get up to get down. 1, 2, 3, 4, get your woman on the floor. Gotta get up to get down.
Thanks for rocking with your girl. I'm J1Yvette, and I'll see you Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time for the Indie Artist Saturday edition of Justified Madness at blogtalkradio.com/Justified Madness.